place, and can also echo the comments over the tragic loss of our parliamentary friend and colleague Sir David Amos. It was a senseless act. Mr Speaker, far from promoting Scottish exports, new HMRC documents show that for the period ending June 2021, Scottish exports had decreased by 14% from the previous year. This is not a COVID blip. This is as a result of the UK Government's decisions over Brexit. The report contains damning charts highlighting the cliff edge Scottish trade is being pushed over, long-term economic vandalism. All the tiny free trade agreements the government are willing to sell out for cannot move the dial on the shortfall. So will the government apologise to Scottish businesses and offer compensation?
Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. I have to say this is week 6 in the role, so I will admit to being rather new to some of the challenges. But I did think, well, at least be gentle with me today, I did think that actually the Scottish Government had their own exports department. So if there's hang on a minute. But my understanding, in part of my briefing on one of my roles, is to work closely with the Scottish Government on their export policies. So I think that if the honourable gentleman would let me work with the administration, but also our new office that we've opened to boost our cooperation and boost exports from Scotland, should address that problem. So I would accept his criticism, but allow me some time to work with him and his colleagues so we can reverse that trend.
Drew Hendry.
Mr Speaker,
can we try and name it through the chair rather than going to each other, please, Drew Hendry?
Mr Speaker, I think anybody listening there will be a bit sad. I mean, I will cut the right honourable member some slack for being new in the job, but I think not knowing the basics is something we'll need to polish up on. That answer is simply unacceptable to businesses pushed into crisis by this government. Take food and drink, for example. Food and drink manufacture is twice as important to the Scottish economy as to the UK as a whole, and the food and drink export trade is 4 times as important to the Scottish economy. Scottish interests are once again being treated as expendable. The UK Government has failed to look for solutions to Brexit trading barriers that are inflicting serious and lasting harm on Scotland. So here's an offer for the Minister new in his place. Will he look to have immediate and cross-party talks to find new measures and solutions, or will he once again simply prove that the only way to protect Scotland's interests is through independence?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. If I may, I can reassure the gentleman that the food and drink sector across the whole of the UK and in Scotland is a priority for this team. And I can honestly tell him, Mr Speaker, that I'm more than happy to sit down with him and his colleagues to work through some of the challenges that we both share. But I also want him to recognise the opportunities that our new trade deals will offer. And when we deliver on those trade opportunities, I hope he will give credit to the UK Government.